Okay, before I get started, I want to show a few things I purchased in the shop. I bought a few E and W tanks, but I also purchased a mystery tank. This restores your energy and your health. Weapon energy, that is. Needless to say, this is extremely useful, but you can only carry one, so use it wisely. Aside from that, no important updates. So let's exit the shop, head back to the stage select screen, and go after Commando Man. Yep, I had no clever segue whatsoever. Although I have to say, Commando Man looks cool with his camo paint job and his cannons for arms. Anyways, we're thrust in the middle of a desert. Does that mean we're in Operation Desert Storm? Who knows, but one thing's for certain, we gotta deal with those flying green bug robots. They are called bomb pitons. They drop bombs, which are easy enough to avoid, but can cause trouble if they drop them on these red things. Because when that happens, those red things will turn into Arigock Gs. The Arigock Gs love hurling mines at you. But if you sink below the sand and fire the pea shooter of doom, you can easily destroy them. Okay, right here is a junction, and I'm going to do what I did in Pump Man stage. I'm going to demonstrate both paths. For starters, let's take the higher path. And it is here where we are introduced to the stage's main gimmick, moving sand. This sand is annoying, especially paired with these flying enemies. Faribons. If you destroy their parachutes, they'll be obliterated instantly. However, they tend to interfere with your jumps, like all enemies that pop up from below. And coupled with the moving sand, that can make them irritating to deal with. So we're gonna head down here, destroying that shield attacker TRL in the process. There are a lot of mechs here, and they can be really irritating to deal with because they're in such precarious locations. Okay, we've reached the end of the two junctions. So I'm going to see you guys in just a bit once I get back to the start of the junction. Okay, back again. This time we're going to take the bottom route, and I personally think this is the better of the two routes to take because you'll be able to pick up an E-tank along the way. Unfortunately, you'll still have to deal with the moving sand. That is inevitable. Overall, I wouldn't say Commando Man's stage is punishingly difficult, but it can be tricky if you try to rush through it. Now, don't get me wrong, I've seen some impressive speed runs of this stage where they use the sand to their advantage. I, however, have never been that good, because that sand is just super troublesome, especially when paired with bottomless pits, like these. Uh-oh. One cool detail I never picked up on is that the Faribons get pushed when the sand starts blowing. So that's definitely a nice touch. Okay. We gotta wait until the sand pushes us again. Oh, not quite. Stay beneath the E-tank, stay beneath the E-tank, stay beneath the E-tank. Good. Okay, plan B. Let's use the rush jet instead. And jump up and grab. Excellent. Also, watch out for death spikes. You don't want to get pushed into them. That doesn't end well. Alright, we've cleared about half the stage. So we'll want to destroy this bomb because it's hiding some bolts. And I believe that's the only bomb you want to destroy. Or should I say, that's the only bomb where there's... That's the only bomb which has benefit in its destruction. Why can I not get my words straight? Oh, hello! You are technically a new enemy. Well, actually, you're not really. You appeared in Chill Man stage, I just didn't talk about you. That is Serare Stamp. Think of it as Mega Man 10's equivalent of Big Eye, but not nearly as annoying. And not nearly as dangerous either. I think the sand is gonna appear. Yes, it does. Okay. Just gotta push against it, and then make my move. Ow, jerk. Now there is an extra life up there, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. I think I talked about this, but the bombs have a different function in hard mode. Instead of hiding Arigock Gs, they instead create bottomless pits, which provide one more hazard for you to contend with. I know I am playing a bit conservatively, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Because I've never been a speedrunner. I'm always amazed at the talents of speedrunners. Some of the things they do just make my jaw drop to the floor. I don't know, I've never had it in me. I've always been very slow and methodical when it comes to games. And that's how I usually play board games as well. Because when it comes to certain Euro-style games, if you try to rush through them, that's a fast track to disaster. I'm never fast unless the game demands it to be so. Okay, these gaps are very large and very wide, and that can make getting past them very difficult. All right, we made it! 'Tis the end of the stage, and you can't do anything to me. Actually, maybe you can. All right, that is it. We've reached the end of the stage. Let's head through the end gate and equip the wheel cutter. Hi there, Commando Man. How's it going? Commando Man takes after robot masters like Concrete Man and Guts Man and Hard Man. When he lands, he'll pound the ground, causing you to get stunned. His weapon of choice is the Commando Bomb, which explodes when it hits a surface. It's usually a good idea to stay as close to the middle of the arena as possible, because if you're at the edge, then you can get boxed in pretty easily. But now that Commando Man is done for, we get his weapon, and it happens to be a very useful weapon. You got a new weapon, the Commando Bomb. This baby fires a bomb which creates a shockwave. And it can destroy breakable walls, much like the Hard Knuckle or the Crash Bomb from previous games. Okay, now to save my data. And at the end of it all, we're rewarded with a cutscene. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Mega Man, are you okay? Oh no, he's been infected by the virus. Dr. Light, the medicine-making machine is gone. What should we do? Well, I think we all saw this coming. Greetings, people of the world. I hope you're enjoying the effects of my little Roboenza virus. If there are any robots who want the cure, all you have to do is come work for me. And don't think Mega Man is going to save you like he usually does. He's come down with a nice case of Roboenza himself. Now you will finally see the true genius of Dr. Wily. The world is mine. Ha 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 ha. Achoo. That's intimidating, sneezing at the end of your villainous speech. I should have known this was Dr. Wily's doing all along. Wait, you mean you didn't see it coming? Imagine that. I have to stop. No, you're in no condition to do anything. But never fear, roll to the rescue. Roll. Mega Man, use this. I thought you took your medicine already. I was saving it in case a really sick robot was brought in. Well, Mega Man is a sick robot. But Roll, you need it. If I use it, I still can't stop Wily. But if you take it, you can stop him. Thank you, Roll. Sit tight. I'll stop Dr. Wily and bring back enough medicine for everyone. We're all counting on you, Mega Man. Good luck. Be careful out there. Alright, we aren't quite done yet. We still need to go over easy and hard mode. Alright, time for easy mode. And there really isn't any difference between easy and normal mode, except that Commando Man moves slightly slower. Nevertheless, the means of defeating him is the same. Just use the wheel cutter and avoid his shots as best you can. What's really tough is avoiding the bombs when he shoots them from the ground, because they're slightly easier to dodge in the air. Alright, here's hard mode. Once again, let's equip the wheel cutter. And, yeah, this battle is something. I can say that much. Commando Man is much faster, and he likes to box you in a lot more. He also has a new attack where he pounds the ground with his fist, causing shockwaves to appear. Although this does give you an opportunity to hit him, because he does remain stationary for quite a while before unleashing his next attack. Nevertheless, that is it for Commando Man. So next time on Mega Man 10, we're taking on Dr. Wily's castle. See you guys next time.